I'm back on my 420 watch list, like the movies. I've got Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back right now. I finished the first season of Weeds, and I told myself I would only take it a season at a time so that I make sure I get through some of this other stuff. Anyway, hi! Hey, gang! Welcome to my life where anything is possible and nothing is as it seems. I'm Freedom, and I'll be your host. It is Saturday, February 28th, 2026. Time level. What is going on? I know I said I was going to be in absentia for a few days, and that was my plan, but let's face it, as we've discussed, I really have no plans. I have notions. Divinity has plans. Sometimes I get to learn what they are. Anyway, there's just really kind of too much to today to not take a moment. So I thought I would, and I'm doing it on my other device for two reasons. One is because I need to save the storage space on the other device. Two is because I wanted to show you something in the other device, and we'll do that in a little bit. But before we get going too much, I need to take a moment. So first, let me just say one more time to Peppermint Patty's sidekick, thank you very much. As you may or may not know, I've been on this course of trying to eat through and purge my food supply. I found stuff I threw out, and I don't like throwing anything out. So it was time. I was very happy with this. It was a good plan. Break it all down and then start over. That's all good and well, but as I realized yesterday morning and was thinking as I was out working, like I say, that's all good and well. Great plan, except now, my next grocery order is going to be high because I have to not only get the stuff I would get to juggle through a week, but I have to rebuild some of my basics. Just a thought, that's going to be a little rough, but it's the right time of month to do it because my disability check comes, so okay. But nonetheless, then last night or last evening, yesterday afternoon, I had a friend contact me just to kind of touch base, see how things were going with the princesses. We'll talk about some of that in just a second. And then asked about, so where exactly are you living? And I explained. And so here we are. So she felt like she wanted to do something nice for me. And I made no mention of food or groceries or even need of any kind. And she wanted to do something for me. And so before I knew it, she placed a grocery order. For me. I haven't gone through it yet, so this is going to be fun. So, amen. Think, and it is given. Fuck this asking shit. Just stressing a point. Think, and it is given. So let's see what I've got. The water, we'll see where I can store it and how. We'll check under there, see if it'll go under there with all of that. Eggs I know need to go to the other side except for 5, which we will put over here. I'll have to start using eggs this week. I see lettuce in here. That can go to the other side. Cheese and meat and tuna and the tomato. I don't know what to do with the tomato. If I want it on the other side of this side, I might start with everything on the other side and then see how I can work this now, because now it's got to become not just about storing, but functionality. We got soups and SpaghettiOs. I'll take some SpaghettiOs. So the princesses, that situation is as that situation has been. I don't know, it's all very interesting and odd to me as a whole. So there's so much going on in Sunshine's life right now with it being her senior year. And I think I mentioned somewhere there was an award for her for the second quarter of the school year a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't go and enjoy that or partake. And in a couple of weeks, she's part of something she submitted through her one class, an essay to an optimists club. She won third place, got $50, and there's going to be a little thing, and they're all going to read their essays. And again, I don't get to go. The last 2 nights, there was the big concert at her school, music, band, orchestra. It's a big to-do, and it's quite a production. I always enjoy it, and I just said to Mom in September, like, I think even when Sunshine's done with school, I might continue to go each year and just enjoy it and support the music group. But I couldn't go. I had thought about sneaking off on my own because they all went on one night, which was last night. But by the time I found that out on Thursday, it was too late for me to make it. I was just thinking how I could use a few snacky cookies. See? Think! And it is given. I gotta figure out what to do with all this. Problem is you never thought you'd have homeless, right? What do I do with all the food? Anyway, I asked Big D how the concert was. And she told me. But then I mentioned, I said, did they tell you about her award? And she was like, no, well, how do you know? I don't know. It just seems like, I should say that moment had me feeling, or I felt in that moment, own your own shit. I felt in that moment like the attitude is because they're mad at me and hating at me, I should somehow be mad at them and not care about them anymore. I should, I don't know, like, okay, it's their problem, not mine. They're the ones with the issues and the hate at the moment. All right, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I guess I got to step up my peanut butter and jelly game too, because now I've got, like, you got to sometimes take your cue from the universe. Because now I've got like my jar, that jar that she bought, and I just not too long ago found a big ass jar over in storage from when we moved out of the homestead. I had it and I put it over there because I knew it would be a long time till I used it, and I forgot it was there. Bananas, always good. I've been trying, and that's interesting. Because again, we didn't really discuss a whole lot as far as like needs or wants. And I have been trying to get back into eating more bananas. So I don't know. Like I say, this thing with the princesses, to me, it's all, not to downplay its importance, but it's all kind of silly. Like none of this is necessary as far as I'm concerned. Some serious discussion, openness and honesty, a little bit back and forth, and we should be able to. So along the way, my mother gave me this bowl full of food. So once again, I mean, I'm certainly good. I do not have to worry about dinners for a while and probably not lunches. I have to, again, take stock now of what I got going on here. This shelf is going to be a pain because I'm limited. I really think I should try to find a way to put one more of those in, but I don't know where or how. Especially now that I put those lights up. And it's funny to me sometimes how life works, because as yesterday drug on, the more yesterday drug on, the more I was like, I'm going to go out later tomorrow. I'm going to try to do lunch, afternoon, and into dinner to make my money, especially dinner, because dinner's really where the best money is on a Friday and a Saturday. I was just thinking how I wanted English muffins, too. I could make my English muffin pizzas. I want to get you off the salt. Just busting chops. I don't dig through and organize in the fridge much because it requires me to get down, which is okay, I suppose, in and of itself, but then I gotta get back up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what has inspired my daughters to want so badly to hate me, but whatever. Their choice, their call. I think that's everything for now. Here, let me show you on this phone this is the editing app. I don't know how clearly you can see that. See all those little clips in there? This is from February 11th, and I'm in the final stages, but it's sometimes the hardest and most frustrating stage because it's taking all the little clips and finding their home, which unfortunately requires me to listen to the actual segment first, so I know what kind of clips could and should align with it. Then I have to go through and listen to all the clips. And I have to listen to them all the way through because there's any number of inspirations along the way. And sometimes I create more work for myself if I think I've got it and then I hear something later and I'm like, oh, now I got to make that work. And then I got to put them in and listen to it all again. And then I move to the next section and I listen to it, and guess what? That's right, because my brain doesn't hold a lot of information, and that's a lot of information. I have to listen to all the clips again. The more I do this, the more I know there are clips in there I'm looking for. It gets easier because I'm doing it more, so I'm hearing it more. Like if I sit down and work on this for a day, it sticks. But also, the more of it I do, the less clips there are to go through. So it gets a little easier as it goes on, but I have to listen through it to make sure. Just so you know why it takes so long. Anyway, I appreciate you all, wherever you are and whenever you are. Please like, comment, and share, subscribe, and follow. We're on a journey, and it takes everyone to get there. So without hesitation, for now and for always from here in Geistopia, this is your beloved Rev saying stay tuned in, fellow travelers, and wishing you peace, love, light, and freakishness, baby.